Let's look at a few more graphs. We have the general form of an equation of an ellipse at the center of the origin. So all of these will be centered at the origin, even though we saw with our circles how we could have it centered somewhere else. We have our x squared on top, our a squared on bottom, plus y squared on top, b squared on bottom is equal to 1. So the distance we're going to travel horizontally from the origin is a. This is a squared in the denominator. We just go a. And the distance vertically from the origin to the point on the ellipse that we'll travel is b. This is b squared in the equation, but we're just going to go b. Just like before when we had the r squared and we only went r. So note, the vertices of the ellipse are determined by the larger denominator. So it depends on which one of these numbers is bigger, which way it'll be tipped. Which one of these numbers is bigger, the 4 or the 9? The 9. So you can see that the ellipse is a little bit taller than it is wide. Where did we start? Well, there's nothing added to the x, there's nothing added to the y, so we went at the origin. In the x direction, we didn't go 4, we went the square root of 4, which was 2. So we went back 2 this way and across 2 that way. We didn't go 9 in the y direction, we went the square root of 9. So we went up 3 and we went down 3. Our 4 was 2. We went over 2 and back 2. So let's try that again here. Again, we're not adding anything to the x or the y, so we're going to be starting at the origin. In the x direction, we're going to go the square root of 1, which means in the x direction, traveling both horizontally, 1 from this point. So we go out 1, we go back 1, and those are 2 points on the ellipse. Then we also look at the square root of 25. And the square root of 25 is 5. Which means from the origin, we're going to go up 5 and down 5. And I say from the origin because that's the center. So we're going to go up 5, and we're going to go down 5. Now this is a very long, thin ellipse. Make sure that you've got rounded ends for your ellipse. And do the best you can to try and make it look nice and smooth. Now this is not in the right form. Anytime that we have an x squared and we have a y squared, we want it to equal 1. This is equal to 16. But if we divide by 16, then it will be equal to 1. Now you also want to make sure that you do all your reducing. In the numerator, you only want your x squared and your y squared, no other numbers. So I have to reduce this. That would give me an x squared over 16 plus a y squared over 4 is equal to 1. So I'm going to start at the origin again because there's nothing added to the x, there's nothing added to the y. So we're starting at 0, 0. In the x direction, which is going horizontally, I'm going to go the square root of 16, which is 4. So I'm going to go out 4 in the x direction and out 4 also in the x direction. Then we're going to take and go in the y direction, the number underneath the y, but not 4. We're going to go the square root of 4, which is 2. So in the y direction we go up 2, and we go down 2, and then we try and make a nice smooth round ellipse. And there you have your ellipse.